We continue to preview the NE10 men's and women's swimming and diving championships, heading down to Staten Island, where we are joined by one of the best divers in the NE10 over the last couple of years. CSI's Yubal Parra joins us. Yubal, congrats on what you've been able to do with the Dolphins.
Thank you, thank you. It's an honor to be able to compete for the Dolphins and represent them nationally.
Tell me how this all came to be, because you were the most outstanding diver at the NE10 championship last year. And like you just kind of like came onto the scene, I feel like midway through the season. Give me the
Yeah.
background.
Well, I've been diving since I was 8 years old, and my first year diving was last year. Although I started as a sophomore, I started my college in CSI. I couldn't dive my first year because a lot of people know this. I was a redshirt, and so my first year I wasn't really seen a lot by a lot of people, and I just wasn't known. And then my second year it was a gap year, so a lot of people just kind of forgot I existed. And so when I came back onto the scene, it was kind of a shock for some people to see me again diving, because after I took my gap year, I kind of decided I want to stop diving for a while.
What brought you back to diving?
Coach Mike, I would say, he talked to me, and he really made it seem like he wanted me to be a part of his team, not because of just my skill, but also because uh, I think I think that he thinks that I add to the team as a family.
What have you really loved about making that decision to return? Like, how fulfilling has the last year and a half plus been for you?
It has honestly been really, really good. In terms of friendships, I know everyone that's on the team, and everyone here treats me like a family, so it's really nice. I guess in terms of diving, it's also really nice to be back. Maybe not my best shape, but I am in shape, and I feel like staying active is really good for me. I guess I'm just a person who likes to do sports.
How did you get into diving?
I think I watched it when I was little, and I told my dad I want to do this sport.
Do you remember why? Like, what caught your eye?
It had to be the way they flip. I'm not sure who it was, but someone was flipping on the TV, and they look so clean in the air, like they look just perfect to me. So I told my dad I want to look like that one day.
How did you get there? Like, how long did it take? What's been your process to learn and become what you are?
Uh, to me, it's been a very long process. Um, there's been a lot of ups and downs. I started when I was 8, and I trained 2 years in Colombia. When I moved to the United States, I lost a little bit of my skill because here it's a lot harder to get, I guess, the amount of hours I would get of practice in Colombia. So my skill set did drop a little. There was a few years where diving for me wasn't really my priority, but once I started college, it was kind of just like I locked back in, and I started putting a lot of effort into diving, and that's how I got into this place. Mostly just my effort, and also my dad. He's been a lot of help taking me to practice, paying for my practices. Sometimes when I can't pay for something in college, or I can't get to college, he'll drive me there, so it's good.
Um, was your dad an athlete?
No, no. He did tell me he tried like cliff diving, but not professionally, just jumping off cliffs.
That's, I mean, I guess that makes sense, the trickle down there. What's it been like for them, for your parents, to watch you succeed the way you have?
I think for them it has been very great, very satisfactory, because they've also put in a lot of effort. As I said, my dad mostly he drives me to practice. When I was little, he would always pay, even if I needed like extra practice, he would always do it. And my mom has always been there for me mentally. Oh, she knows for me diving is I'm scared of heights, so when I get on 3 meter, I always have to be in my best mindset. And my mom, she helps me a lot with that. She helps me calm down. She gives me like techniques to just breathe on the board and remember it's okay. So
Um, That doesn't make any sense, Yubal. How does a person that's afraid of heights get into diving?
I think I think if you ask a lot of people, especially divers, we're all scared of heights, but we learn how to take control of those fears and just make the decision. You have to go. You can never stay scared on the board.
Take me inside your mindset. Like, what do you, when you walk out on a platform or on a 3 meter, like, what are you thinking? What runs through your head? How do you clear that space?
A lot of stuff, honestly. Once I'll go through 10 meter, I guess. Once I step on the 10 meter platform, the first thing that goes through my mind is, okay, I want to do my walkthrough of the dive. I want to know how I'm gonna do this, where I'm gonna open. I do it, then I like to sit down for a little, put a chamois over my head so I can think and kind of just forget that I'm on 10 meter. And once it's time to do the dive, I like to acknowledge that I'm on 10 meter, but I also like to think that I'm doing a dive that's less hard than what I'm doing. So if I'm doing a back 3.5, I like to think back 2.5, just hold on a little longer. And that's how I kind of get over that fear.
Um, what's your favorite thing to do on a diving board? Do you have a go-to maneuver, or do you have one that you've been working on that you're excited to finally get?
I like doing a lot of back jumps, honestly. It's you can do triple bounce in 3 jumps, but I feel like if you really want to get control of the board, you can do triple bounce in back jumps. It's a lot harder to control the board.
Back jump is you're facing away.
Towards the end of the board, yes.
Okay. Is there one that's more scary than the other?
Uh, Not really. Those are just basic drills, but if we're talking like harder dives, I think my favorite dive I would say is the double twister on 3 meter.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What are you planning on doing to capture an NE10 championship? What are you pulling out of your back pocket this week?
This year, I'm actually competing a new dive on 1 meter, and I have been working a lot on my 3 meter list. So hopefully, maybe that new dive on 1 meter is not as polished as I'd like to be, but I know it will score well enough to get me into top three. So yeah,
Tell me about your background a little bit more. You said when you came over from Colombia, Colombia is home for you.
yes, it is.
What's it like moving halfway around the world at a young age?
Uh, it's very confusing because language. I got here and I just didn't know English. I didn't have any friends. But as a little kid, I don't think it's as impactful as it would have been if I came here when I was older. Because I think you're more adaptable when you're a little kid. So it was a process, but it wasn't that bad.
What was the thing that helped you learn English the most?
My friends in school, honestly, because they would only talk English to me, so I had to learn.
Do you miss anything about Colombia?
My family, I miss all of them. Yeah.
Outside of family, is there one food that you like, God, I wish I could just get that, but we don't have it here.
I can't say that because my mom's a chef.
Ha!
So yeah, she
Wait,
cooks.
your mom is an actual chef?
She owned a restaurant in Colombia. Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah.
What kind of food?
Colombian food, strictly Colombian food.
So you get the good stuff at home now.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you have one thing that mom can make for you. What are you asking for?
Ajiaco. It's like this soup. I don't know what it has, but it's chicken soup and it's really good. I always ask her, and she makes it on the most special occasions.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would I feel like I would try to take advantage of that as much as possible if I was in your shoes.
I do. I do.
Um, tell me about being where you are now. Like you mentioned the family aspect of CSI. Why is this place home? Like what do you love about this team, this campus, this school?
The team itself is very close together. We all know each other very well, and so I feel like I've been in a lot of teams, not collegiate teams, but club teams, and I feel like that's a connection that I don't really find a lot on other teams. It really has to be like you gotta know these people to feel like you're part of the family, and that's how I feel with CSI. The campus is honestly beautiful. It's huge. Um, I love how the classrooms are set up. I love how the dorms are set up too. I may not live in CSI, but I do visit the dorms very often, and I think they're really pretty, really nice. And the classes, the school is great. They have really good education, and I find that the professors, the ones I have gotten, have been some of the best.
That's awesome. What's your plans for diving? Where do you want diving to take you? Is this a collegiate pursuit or is it something you want to keep doing after school?
I think after school, I would like to try maybe for 2028 Olympics. But if that doesn't work out, I would also like to, you know, keep coaching kids, pass on my knowledge because I feel like I've learned a lot and I wouldn't just like to let it go to waste. I know if I'm not diving, I can make someone else a great diver. So,
What does 2028 look like? How do you climb the ranks of Colombian divers to make that roster?
man, that's looking hard because I have a better chance to qualify on platform than qualifying on 1 and 3 meter. So I think with the right training regime and yeah, just training and practice every day, I feel like I could get maybe two Olympic trials, but it will be very hard.
What would that mean to you?
It would mean a lot, honestly. It would mean that all the effort and time I put into this has been worth it. It, of course, is worth it because it's helping me to go through my college, but even more so if I do go to the Olympics because that has been my goal.
Awesome. Yubal, congratulations on what you've done to this point, and
Thank
best
you.
of luck in all of those pursuits. But first and
Thank you.
foremost, best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.